Guys often say to me, all this thinking and stressing about my wife or my girlfriend's sexual past, I don't know why I do it really, because our sex life is great. Yeah, well, retroactive jealousy is a bit selective like that for problems. But a lot of guys say to me, our sex life isn't great, or we're barely having sex at all. She's not interested. I always have to make the first move. It's super awkward. And then these thoughts hit me. A common problem in longer term relationships, mismatched sex drives, the ick, dead bedrooms, and it can inflame retroactive jealousy, obsessing over what we know or don't know about our partner's sexual past. If she was up for it then, why not now? Is it because of what she did then, or who she did it with? Or is it me? Simon was in exactly this situation. Every time I think about sex with my wife and the lack of it, my mind goes there, trying to make a move, often having to then back off and stifle my desire because she's tired or she doesn't want to. My mind locks onto the men she slept with when she was younger. Now this situation, the sex problem, triggers retroactive jealousy, and it kind of justifies it too. She must be thinking about it, wishing she was back there with those guys. And she's never going to admit it to me, so no matter how much I ask, we're stuck like this. Me obsessing, her holding back, and just humouring me every now and again. It's a nightmare. There's reasoning going on here. We can hear it. The refusal adds to the evidence. I could say, oh, come on, Simon. You've been married for 8 years. How likely is it that your wife lays there having maintenance sex with you twice a year, thinking about her exes? I could say that, but it won't help. Simon has tried to tell himself that too. His theory is possible in the abstract. We can't prove she isn't thinking about the past, any more than we can prove that a meteor isn't about to land on Simon's head. Instead, I ask Simon what else his retroactive jealousy says to justify the theory. Let's give it the mic for a minute. This comes very easily. I know things. She's told me. She dated a basketball player. Good times for her, and she wants more of that. Look at me. I don't compete with that. This girl has a basic instinct, and I'm just going along with it. Then Simon looks up at me, and he wishes there was a cast iron guarantee this stuff wasn't true. And I can't give him that. Nobody can. His wife can't. And arguing with the voice, oh, come on, Simon, that's not helpful. I ask Simon whether him and his wife acknowledge the problem. We do, he says, and I try to be understanding. But when she brushes me off, I can't help it. I say to her, you wanted it before. I know you did. It's a low blow, I know, but I just can't help it. And then she shuts down completely. I get it. And what's with the basketball player? I've Googled him. He's 6'4", super confident. He's all over Instagram. Okay, well, let's park him for now, because we've got two problems here. Number one, a sexual disconnect. Number two, retroactive jealousy about her past. And both problems are meshed together. These comparisons that Simon is making, they hurt him. And she knows he's doing it, and it turns her off even more. Make that 3 problems, because it's their communication too. Simon is asking for more sex, but he's shaming his wife in the process, and she's just shut down. Let's look at the retroactive jealousy first. Simon thinks his wife and her sexual desire is stuck in the past with the ex. This doubt is obsessive. He thinks about it all the time. And he's pretty certain he's got the evidence. She's not having sex with him. In therapy, we want to steer his thinking more into the here and now. And one way to do this is to understand how he arrived at this she prefers her past to me theory, and reasons that a basketball player is something to do with their sexual impasse, all without arguing with it. And I'm probably not going to suggest exposure therapy here. These problems are too fused together for Simon and his wife, and he's thinking about her past all the time. So me saying, try thinking about basketball as an exposure, then let's work up to picturing your wife having sex in the middle of the basketball court, slam dunking, etc. And then don't ruminate on it. Let the thoughts pass. No, because he's pretty much doing that already, and the distress is not going down. But we can get clear on how the retroactive jealousy story formed. Bits he knows about the past. things she's told him. 6'4", and why he thinks that's relevant, I can probably guess. Memes, things about players, things he's heard about the doom of dead bedrooms, his own vulnerabilities about himself. Look at me, he said. And yes, this no-sex situation, and it's all snowballed around it's possible. See what a powerful, compelling narrative this makes, and it's taken him over. But it's not the only story in town. Can we consider some alternative explanations, reasoned in the here and now? I think we can. So taking a more cognitive approach, we have ways to dislodge the story, the obsessive doubt, without directly challenging it. And that's how we break the spell. We'll get a bit clearer on why he wants more sex with his wife. Well, duh, because he's a man and she's his wife and they should be having sex, yes. But why does Simon need it right now? To relieve his anxiety? To help reassure him that his relationship is okay and he is desired? To shut down these basketball player thoughts? To feel validated in himself? We'll look into it a bit, because these are natural needs, but if we rely too much on her sexual interest to assure us and help us feel valid, we're really vulnerable. And there's a saying in couples therapy, when sex is good, it's 10% of the relationship. When sex is bad, it's 90%. And there are these doubts about ourselves too. If Simon can stand on his own 2 feet emotionally, able to soothe his own anxieties without relying on his wife for reassurance, sexual or otherwise, he's in a better place. If he can hold on to his own worth, even in times of awkwardness, he's in an even better place. And we can build this side of him up a bit in therapy. Then he's less needy and it's a better look all round. We're all a work in progress in this respect. The answer to Simon and his wife's sex problem is not compromise. It's not for her to say, oh, okay then, every 2 weeks, I'll try my best if you stop dragging up my past. That's not sustainable, because nobody really grows from that, and we can do better. The conversation needs to change completely. For Simon to be able to calmly ask his wife what she likes and what she doesn't like when they have sex. To be genuinely curious about it, and not accusational. For him to be clearer on what he wants from sex and to be able to say it. And then when we take reassurance seeking off the menu, we can build on this conversation as partners, not defensive, scared, gridlocked adversaries. Sounds like a lot of work. It can be, but Simon is doing it. We can work on his obsessive doubt and build up his emotional independence at the same time. His wife told him he's a bit different already, in a good way. He's calmer. He's less reactive to her mood. The conversation is changing because it's got some room to grow now. And they're on the way to having more sex. Yay. So a sexual impasse is actually an opportunity for growth, and a retroactive jealousy problem actually is an opportunity to build ourselves up and still be connected with our partners. And a relationship, getting out of gridlock and getting better. These are the realities, as hopeful as they might sound at the outset. Thanks to Simon for giving me permission to share. If any of it resonates with you, work on the doubts, the retroactive jealousy, because it is doable. And as part of this work, consider what you're really wanting and needing from your partner and from sex. How much of it is wanting her versus how much wanting reassurance. We can get better at standing on our own 2 feet. And that doesn't mean becoming all independent and moving away from our partner. It actually means we can get closer. I hope this is helpful, and thank you for watching.